to Vince is getting some jobs in, is he?
Yeah, I've had in the last 10 days, I've had 3 boiler inquiries and I think about another 6 or 7 other inquiries, some servicing, some breakdowns, but they're just coming in daily now. Is more than I've ever had in the last. I say in the last 4 weeks, I've had more inquiries come in. I did all of last year on my old website. Yeah, they're coming in good. There's some good jobs coming in. So yeah, really happy at that.
Let's just dwell on that before we get into making an edit on your website. What do you think the reason for that is?
Well, I think definitely because they landed on the website, it's a good website, and there's multiple ways of being contacted on that website. You've got the forums, you've got the WhatsApp, and you've got Alexia, however you pronounce her. So yeah, there's various different ways of them contacting. But I think the content on the site and the visuals on the site is very good. Looking at it compared to my old site, I've now realised, because before I wasn't really like, you've got a website, there's a contact form, what do people want? But now I do realise, because I've seen the proof of it, because people are coming through. Yeah, there's some good jobs coming through, really nice jobs. Really happy.
I think, to add to that, it's above the website. I think the entire conversation that me and you've been having for 12 months maybe is what's contributing to this. So let's just start with the rebranding idea. Now, to be fair, listen to your words. Okay, I've had more leads through in the last 2 weeks than all of last year. Yeah. Now, we got that website live, what, November?
Yeah, around about November time, yeah.
But my words to you was, just because it's live, you ain't got no traffic. You ain't got no authority, and you ain't got no traffic. But what happened two weeks ago? Just backtrack that, because that's
Yeah, so well, yeah, that is one of the main contributors, was changing the name on Google My Business page, or Google Business Profile page. And well, first of all, I done the website, and then I left it 7 days and did the name just in case Google do a suspension. That come through. I think as soon as that come through, jobs started really rolling in. And as we're speaking, I've got another job just rolling in. Like literally, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's great. I just pick up the phone. I've got a conversation going on. Don't have to speak to them until there's a point of, they've given all the information over, and then I've just got a video come through as well, which is good.
A video via the AI?
Yeah, so they're sending a video through of what the problem is.
Hang on, a customer is sending you a video of a problem and you've not even spoken to them?
No, well, I've just been talking to you like literally 2 minutes ago. The messages start coming in, and now they're just pinging a video over.
I'm just looking off screen, by the way, because I'm just trying to access some data, and I've got to get past email security to get at that. Thank you. 2FA code to pass security. Let's see if it's on my desktop already. So just as I'm trying to get logged into this data, because I'm still trying to hang on to, well, what happened 2 weeks ago to start generating this. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's why I can't see the code, because every one of these messages that person is saying is dropping into my inbox. Okay.
Well, they just sent us a slight leak, and I can hear water gushing from the bottom of the boiler. So I think it's more in a slight leak. But yeah, things like that. I mean, getting jobs in like that now every day. This week, every day there's been jobs coming in. And I'm getting the jobs because the customers are like, oh, I've been contacted back. There's someone contact me. They're having a conversation. And then when I get a chance, I jump in, phone them up, or just send them another message. And 1 second. Yeah, so the jobs are coming in. Like the other day, boiler job come in. I asked them to send some photographs over. So I really sort of pre-qualified them. Had a good idea what the boiler was, pipe work and everything. So I arranged a visit the next day, got a quote out to them, and they contacted me last night and said, "Yeah, let's go ahead and get it changed." So yeah, it's just so much better.
Brilliant. Well, I can't log into that data, but what I just I can't get past this fucking password. um, I know what the password is, but it's just putting up an extra Oh, it's an authentication app. I'm not waiting for an app. It's an authentication app on my phone, so I can get in. For me, when you made them changes, and maybe it was last weekend or the weekend before.
So the week before, I changed the website name,
Yes, yes, you
and
did. Yep.
then it was 7 days. Then I changed. So it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I changed the name of the company, and then I just did some other stuff in Google My Business. Just I think it was like the products section
Yeah.
where I previously filled out. I just sort of updated it, took out anything with ProTech heating. Yeah, so I just went in, sort of tweaked a few little bits, and then that's when it started rolling in. And then you showed me the report the other day, which sort of blew me away because areas that I could never have gotten into before, just trying to now, second or
Well,
third, most of them.
well, no. What the map showed to me, and I'm logged in now, so I can have a very brief little look at it. Um, what the map shows is fully green for all of Ealing.
Yeah,
On one, two, three, four. You've got some in Hanwell as well, but that wasn't really the target. Um, and I can see one little improvement that we can do for Ealing, but the main one that I wanted to go for, yeah, I'll just ever so briefly give a little peek. Just fucking nothing's working today. Come on, why don't you want to work? So the main one that I want to go after is there now, So that's just failing with technology today. So let's just say that the plan has worked. Okay, the AI is doing its job. The funnel is filling up, and the funnel is filling up because of there was strategy that went in first. It's
yeah,
not, you've got to like really think of it right from a high level and work it down to get the results. So on that, I'm not going to be able to record because my little buttons have decided not to work down here. Unless I restart this app, my buttons are not going to work. So I might have to just press stop on record to show you how to fix the website, which is what you was asking for. Well, here we go. Come on, tell me you're working. Yeah, we're working. Here we go. I just had to reboot. If in doubt, reboot. So, let's zone out of here. I would have to look at the other account to say what it looked like this time last year, which this time last year you had some greens in there.
yeah. I mean, and it was bouncing about a bit, and I couldn't get. I was trying to get into Ealing, so it was just Hanwell where the office, where the office is registered. It was just in that area. I couldn't get into Ealing. I tried certain different ways of just mentioning Ealing as much as possible. Just wasn't happening. When you showed me this report, I was like, "No, this can't be right." And I just looked at it, and it's all the different. It's amazing. But that really shows the amount of calls I'm getting and the amount of inquiries.
I like to think of it now. And now this is a bit of a litmus test, what I'm going to go into. So with all the greens there is dominating a location. Okay. But a bit more of a litmus test is take out the location and it's not as impressive. Okay. Which is fine. I think it's fine. As long as you know via keyword research, again, it comes higher up in the thinking. As long as you know that what it is that you're targeting has people searching for it, that's why we do the keyword research, and that's why we set up the strategy to do that. Because everybody in a city of whatever 9 million people, everybody, all the plumbers are going after new boiler. All the plumbers are going after boiler service. All the heat pump installers are going after heat pump services. Okay, and our strategy is just like, no, let's just dominate this one little area over there, and that's very much what it's doing. So I'm just going to switch gears now, because you're asking here, is it that you're wanting to change, or the old one?
Well, there's a slight issue with the old one. So if you go into the homepage, it doesn't have all the. If you go to Protect Heating, the homepage is this Protect Heating one?
No, Protect.
That might have been something I've done and I'll explain why. The edit the page wasn't allowing me. Oh, is this Protect?
Yep.
Right, because I backdated it to an earlier one and it didn't come. How long does it take when you backdate it to come on?
It's pretty much instant.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know what happened there, because so do you know when I log in to Hostinger and click on this website, and you can edit the website looking at this view rather than going into Elementor, it wouldn't allow me to edit this page and the reviews page. There was no edit this site, but if I went into service, it had that. So I couldn't change the board.
Okay, so let me talk you through the process, as you can see over the screen. Okay, because I'm here now, but the process that I got to, so within Hostinger, I'm on the website. I think the cleanest way to do it, because sometimes if you press this one, depending on your browser, it creates a pop-up, and on mine it stops the pop-up. Okay, so I go to WordPress overview, and then from WordPress overview, go in here. So this is going to take us into the back of WordPress. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, you've got two options. Now, let me just show you what some people might think is the more traditional way to do it. You would go to Pages. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you would find your page. Now this is where it becomes a problem. It's because how many pages do you have? And the pages are just laid out alphabetical. So you have to remember what the page is actually called, alphabetical order, to find it. Okay. But what you would do from this view is, let's say that we want to do the repair. We don't go to edit, because that edits the WordPress side. We edit with Elementor. Okay. So I'll show you that way of doing it first. So edit with Elementor. And this should, there we go. We're opening up Elementor specifically on that page when it comes through. I prefer using Chrome for this, because my version of Safari it's not that outdated, but it's slow as shit on Safari.
I'm having nice fun with Safari at the moment.
Yeah. So here we are. We're on Ealing Boiler Services, but you want Protect, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went in a different way. I went in and it's not through Elementor. Then it said to the top of the screen, it said edit the page.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's my preferred way.
Yeah. But what happened was, when I did it that way, the home page, there was no edit, but the other page is dead. So I wasn't sure. That's why I just sort of sent you the message to say I've done something wrong.
It shouldn't be like that. Now, just let me get to your account. Okay. To get to your account, it's a little bit harder for me, because your account is in your. There you go. You're there. Okay. By the way, I've taken on a new hosting plan that will give you the option to save money when your renewal comes round.
Yeah.
Do expect that your renewal's not going to have that great big fat discount that they offered, unless you buy on Black Friday. So on Black Friday, they might chuck out an offer for you to
Right.
get a cheap offer. Okay. If you don't, and it comes up to renewal, expect it to be pretty spiky. Okay. When compared to what you paid before. So over here, mate. So ProTech Heating, let me go through the process again. I avoid that one. I'm just going just an ever so slightly longer way around. And when WordPress opens up, I will duplicate this page because I'm always going to leave one WordPress login. Because once you step foot into Elementor, it makes it a little bit harder to get back to WordPress. Obviously, you can, right? What I just did then, you couldn't see that because it was ever so slightly off, right?
Yeah.
What happened when I came through to that, this big bar wasn't visible.
Yeah, because
All what you do is press refresh.
Right.
Right, that's all you do. So let me try that again. Here we are in ProTech Heating. That says Ealing Boiler Services because this has not been named up properly.
Right.
So that's just a very simple little fix to get that. But right above it, we're in ProTech. Okay.
Yeah.
So to go through that process again, I always leave a WordPress version open. I click into, look, it says visit website. Click into visit website. When I came in before, this bar was not there, and the page that you was trying to fix was the
Well, on the
page.
homepage, is there a contact form on the homepage? I can't remember because I was trying to put the embeds in the homepage.
I'm on the contact page here. Is there one on the homepage? No.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I just point out a bit of my thinking on the strategy on that? The whole idea of building nice websites, and they're not huge, but a lot of effort goes into each page. The whole point is to get them off the homepage and get them onto a page that gives them more information about the subject. So they're better educated, they're better pre-qualified. And once you get them onto the other page, you can put a specific landing form on that page. So you can put the boiler repair, the boiler service, or the new boiler form on there. The old way of doing it would be you would just have the contact us page, which has to be one form that is pretty bland and vanilla. It's, well, what do you want to speak to us about? Yeah. So it's a more basic form because you can't be specific. So the home page gets people onto the internal pages. This is good for Google. This is good for SEO because Google's like, right, so, you know, we've pushed them to the home page and then they went off to another page and maybe they went to a third page and they've been on this website for 15 minutes. That's good. Okay. The other point of it, which is now more advanced with what we're doing, is the AI tracks where that conversation started. Yeah. So if they are, to be fair, the AI kind of summarizes what the conversation was about anyway. But you can look in yours. Let's go and look at this one that's just come in. Oh, this would be beautiful, actually, to look at this, mate. So this one that's just come in didn't start on the website. Look, right there, there's no web address. So we know that
Business.
Probably. Yeah. That's a direct WhatsApp in. Now, I don't know if you put WhatsApp on your Facebook. I'm going to guess that you've put WhatsApp on your
Google profile. That's been on there for a while, yeah.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of this coming in. But let's have a look at this one. By the way, we won't share this with names. But this one started on the ProTech Heating Contact Us. Okay. This one started on the Ealing Boiler Services homepage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was asking you to do is get those other forms built, which you still need to do this, duplicate these and create a slightly different code.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be PTH2. Yeah. Because we'd just take that same form and we'd drop that on the Protect heating just in
Right.
case.
Track it.
Yeah. 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 So that we can just follow it through and understand, this form has come from here. Because the AI is doing its job. AI is telling you which website it came from. So we just need to know where the forms are coming from. So last thing, I think potentially what you did, what might caught you out, is when you've logged into this, you've just not pressed. If you couldn't see that bar,
Yeah.
you've just not pressed refresh. Oh look, it's gone. Look.
Yeah. That's what happened. It was gone, and I was like, "What's going on there?"
Okay, yeah. So that's gone for me as well. So come back to WordPress. Let's duplicate that again because I never want to lose my WordPress page. It's even worth off screen here. Talking through my workflows off screen. Always keep your WordPress page away so you can see.
Yeah.
Fuck around with that one. So I've duplicated that over here. I'm now going to visit site. That is not there again. Let's see if it comes in. Refresh. It came in.
Okay.
That's my way of doing it. But the reason why I want to do it that way is because I want to visually see where I'm going in the website.
That would be my preferred way of doing it. So I can press edit now, can't I?
Yeah. So which page did you want to come to? You want to come to the boiler repair page?
Yeah, just click on the boiler repair page. I was just wanting to embed the certificate. I know how to embed it, but it was just I was having problems.
Okay, so we're on boiler repair page. Press edit with Elementor. It does take a while, and just imagine, when it takes a while, it's a big clunky piece of software. So I would always have these down your right hand side, just because it makes navigation easier. Oh look, your license isn't there. Can I just fix this while I'm here?
Yeah, sure.
Takes a couple of seconds. There you go. Fix your license. So back here now, let's press refresh. There we go. License thing gone. So I always have that there so you can see where you are in the page. And I would always name up that section, because if it just says container, you don't know where you are. It also helps with restructuring the page, like moving things around. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to get to the form. Yeah. Well, I know that the form is in Digital Toolbar contact panel, and there.
Yes, it says Sheffield on that one, so I didn't embed that one.
Where's it say Sheffield? There. Yeah, got you. So hit on that. It's because I've zoomed in. Right. So this is the form. This is the code we're going to swap there. And then come over to your, what we're going for, boiler service.
Yeah, we could do that one for now, and then because I'm going to make another form.
Let's throw in the contact. Let's throw in this one.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't want people filling in this on the Protec site. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, this has got to be tested. Go back to your Ealing site, test each form, and then come back here and make sure that it's coming through. Okay.
Yeah.
Do that on Ealing first, and then duplicate this form, and then put it into Protec. So right now they've changed the layout like just today. So it didn't look like this yesterday. Embed, copy, come back over here, and this area. Remember, we click on the pencil over here, paste. So the Sheffield thing has gone now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your form. It's your standard contact form. It's not your service form. You've got to create the Protec. So
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. But I just got a little bit stuck on this bit the other day because I couldn't get into this part, and it was a little bit. I didn't want to start messing around with stuff
right.
until I sort of got a clearer vision of it. But yeah, that's fine.
So another little area, what you might want to be aware of, because this is it. Once you are into Elementor, once you're into working on the page, it's a little bit more difficult to get out of here. And that's the reason why I always want this WordPress page open. But you've also got this preview right
Yeah.
there, yeah, which is opening up a preview of the page. No, you've kind of still got some code hanging over there. And if we go down the bottom, massive page, this is Sheffield is gone.
Perfect.
Pro tip. You could take this, right, because we're working in Chrome here. Safari's not the best. You hear me complaining about Safari all the time. Could come to another browser, to the one that you're working in. Yeah. So
Yeah.
have whatever Safari, Chrome, Firefox. What else is there out there? There's loads, isn't there? To have a different browser to the one that you're logged into just allows you to say, that's the live page after I've done an update, and this is the page that I'm working on. Yeah.
That's a good idea, that, because you could get yourself lost on the wrong page. So you're having a different browser, because that's what happened to me.
You know what you should do, Vince? You need 2 monitors.
I've actually got a monitor. I've got a separate monitor attached to my laptop.
2 monitors, just so that you don't get confused.
I think I'm going to get a couple of monitors all up on the wall.
I was always wanting to get to the point. I don't think it'll happen now. But having a great big monitor on the wall and having the sales funnel like work.
Oh yeah.
Through.
It was like my neighbour. He's got. They just moved in last year. You can see him. He's turned his back bedroom into an office, and he's got about 6 screens on the wall. I don't know what he does. He must do some trading or something. But it's just the whole room wall is just computer screens, and he's got a laptop. And he just sits there all day in his headphones. I was like, I'm sure he hasn't moved all day, but that's over the top. But it'd be nice to have a couple of screens to look at, because it can be annoying jumping from tab to tab.
Right, gotta go, buddy.
Thanks very much for that. Yeah, and I'm hopefully going to get the citations updated. We spoke about during the week. I've done some manual ones, but then I've gone in to try to manually do the ones I've got, but it's just turned into a nightmare because some of the sites won't take a password because it was done by Bright Local. So I've just pinged them an email, and they hopefully come back to me and say, yeah, it's going to cost this much to do, which I think would be worth it. It's time saved.
I think it'll be $4 each. Right?
Yeah. But, in the grand scheme of things, I looked at how long was it going to take me to do it manually.
No, honestly, if you've paid Bright Local to do it, and no, one of the lads had an issue with this. It's just come up this week. Literally, just this week, it's come up with an issue. I'm not going to explain exactly what the full issue is. What I'll say is, if you've paid Bright Local to do a load of citations for you on brand A, yeah, go back to them and pay them the same amount of money again to fix brand A and make it to brand B, right? Because if there's some strong business directories out there that is showing 2 different businesses, and
causes a NAP error, and then that creates a bit of confusion, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the instance that I've seen this week is a bigger headache than thinking, oh, you're just confusing Google. So trust me.
Yeah.
You log into Bright Local via your brand A and say, I've rebranded. This is a new name. same address, same phone number. This is a new website address as well.
You know, definitely I'm going to be doing that. I mean, but from what I've got on Google Business, it says like I've got one authority score compared to the others. And that report you showed me, that's amazing where it is now. So I'm saying if I get the authority up, I'll be way above all of them.
Yeah, and I was on SEO training course on Wednesday. I asked the question, by the way, about, not sure if I ever mentioned to you about basically telling Google that your business name has changed, and therefore to take all the authority that you've built up on brand A and put it onto a new domain. The answer is don't. That was basically some people that have got a fair bit of experience said just don't do it. Leave the old one where it is.
Yeah.
Start building up the authority on the new one. Do some links over from the old one to the new one, which will pass authority. They're basically saying if you try doing a migration, which multi-million-pound businesses will do, but they've got multi-million pounds worth of.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, what's been happening the last 10 days is really good. I can still build on that. It's better than it was on the previous one, so I'm happy. So this week I've had, I think, eight inquiries come in. People are seeing the profile, going on the website. Some are just going directly from Google My Business. This is what I wanted. So yeah, it's working well.
Good. Right, I'm gonna crack on.
Thank you very much, everybody. And I'll speak to you. Yeah, I'll speak to you about the other things during the week. Maybe we can.
All right, dude.
Perfect.